Hello everyone, it's your girl Asia from the One Reigns Fangirl channel. I am back yet with another fucking rant. Today's rant is Degrassi's fans double standards. And y'all do have double standards. And I'm finna expose y'all for the double standards y'all hold. Like no shit. You Degrassi fans hold some characters to a standard to where it's okay for them to do the crime, and then if another character does it, they have to do the time. But that shit ends today because I'm gonna tell y'all why y'all hold double standards. So, you fans like to hold standards for characters that y'all like. Y'all are not consistent, y'all are not fair, and y'all are not equal when it comes to certain characters. Y'all literally hate and shit on characters who y'all think are bad when it's literally trash and way far worse characters. Like, for an example, how dare the Degrassi writers give Peter a redemption storyline after everything he did in Degrassi? He literally took advantage of Manny while she was drunk. Then he did child pornography and uploaded her nudes without her consent. He didn't get any like no repercussions for that. He just got like a slap on the wrist for that shit. He put Darcy on the internet. Yes, he put Darcy on this web page for predators and creeps, and he personally sent all her pictures to a weirdo on the internet. This nigga came to her school, and then when she wasn't at school when she left, he showed up at her house all because of Peter. And then they had Darcy end up dating this guy who almost could have had her kidnapped, sexually assaulted, anything. She ends up dating him. That's crazy. He ran over someone when him and Sean were drag racing, and then blamed it on Sean. Got no repercussions, no anything for what he did. Put weed in Sean's locker to get him expelled from Degrassi. That's crazy. Do y'all hear all the bad shit he's done in this show? And yet they decided to give his character, out of all the characters in Degrassi, they decided to give him a redemption arc. Yet you fans love to shit on Craig because what? He might have cheated? I would take cheating over my news getting exposed without consent. I would take cheating over, I don't know, him sending Darcy's racy photos to a predator on the internet. I would take cheating over him hitting and running someone with his car and then blaming it on somebody else, or putting weed in someone's locker. Yet y'all shit on Craig because what he did to Manny. How many times do I have to keep saying this? Him and Manny were both in the wrong, and Manny already knew what the fuck was gonna go down. Manny put herself in that predicament. She should never fuck no nigga without no condom, especially when the nigga was already in a relationship with another girl. She shouldn't have put herself in that situation. She made herself a side chick. She did people only do what you allow them to do. She allowed Craig to treat her like second-rate trash because that's what she wanted to be. She wanted to be with him so bad that she went to any desperate ass length, which got her hurt and ended up with this nigga's baby in her stomach. So no, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh Craig owed Manny an apology. Even though he gave her a crappy apology in season 4, he shouldn't be giving her one, period. Cause at the end of the day, she knew what the fuck was gonna happen when she got herself involved with a guy who had a girlfriend. So I don't wanna hear that shit. But yet, you fans shit on Craig so bad, talking about he shouldn't be liked in the community. He is really trash. He's terrible. He's horrible. Because of what? Because how he treat women in his relationships. Yeah, y'all look past on all the great character development, all the great storylines, all the great scenes we got with Craig. Like, I agree with the dude who I watched on YouTube. I'm not going to. I hold everyone up to their actions. I'm going to make sure people know that their actions have consequences in Degrassi. Whether you're my favorite character or not, I hold everybody accountable. But cheating is a plot device they do in Degrassi to have mess and drama. You feel me? So, I never really hated Craig because he cheated on Ashley. I didn't care for Ashley and I didn't care for their relationship, but I don't think he should have cheated. If he wanted sex and didn't want a commitment, he should have told Ashley that from the beginning. That's like communication. But for y'all to think, oh, because y'all love Manny so much, he owe her an apology, get the fuck out of here. She should have left my nigga alone when he said he wasn't fucking with her like that. And then for you to get all dressed up and then to be wearing a thong in school, that's when he really wants you. Fuck out of here. Y'all hold Manny up to a standard too. So y'all really love the shit on Emma and make it seem like she's such a bad friend. Blah 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 blah. Yet I don't understand. I don't get y'all. Was Emma a bad friend when she had Manny sleeping in her house when her parents kicked her out? Was Emma a bad friend when she was there for Manny in season 5 after her news got exposed on the internet? I'm not understanding. Was Emma not there for Manny? I was just finna say that in season 3, but she wasn't there though. So no, not that. But it's like, was Emma not there for Manny though when she was going through some shit? She was there for Manny. Manny was sleeping in this girl's house, sleeping in her bed, eating her food and all of that. Yet y'all really like to shit on Emma because what? She might keep it real sometimes. She might hit below the belt. Man, Manny just hated the truth. Simple as that. Emma kept it 100 with Manny no matter what, whether she wanted to hear it or not. Like in season 3 when she was looking pretty and allowing these niggas to get in her head, make her have a big ego. I get it. She didn't have to date JT that she did if she didn't want to. But to shut him down the way she did, knowing y'all been friends since diaper days, is fucking crazy. I agree with Emma. Manny had a really big ego, and she really allowed this popularity or whatever, the guys and shit like that, get into her head to where she always thought somebody was jealous of her. Girl, you're the most insecure bitch in the room. Why would I need to be jealous of you? When she literally said in season 5, she's the one that's jealous of Emma. I just don't get it. Y'all literally like shit on Emma because she keeps it 100 with Manny. Yet y'all never shit on anything that Manny does. Like, I can't think of one moment Manny was there for Emma at all. Manny was never there for Emma at all. The only one thing I can think of is when she was there for her when she had the eating disorder shit. Other than that, Manny was not there for Emma at all when she was going through her PTSD from the shooting. Manny wasn't there, and yet Emma's a bad friend because what? She keeps it 100. She let Manny ass have it. The fuck? 9 times out of 10, when Emma and Manny would get into arguments, it's because Manny ass didn't want to listen. Manny was hard-headed, and she did whatever the fuck she wanted to do. That's exactly why her ass got her heart broken by Craig, and why she ended up with that nigga's baby in her stomach. Had she just listened to Emma, when Emma told her, you need to leave that nigga alone, she would have left that nigga alone. But since she didn't want to listen, her ass ended up getting pregnant by that nigga. Ha, 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 ha. That's what her hard-headed ass get. It's okay for Emma. It's okay for Manny to call Emma a prude because she don't want to give her pussy up to a nigga who was in a relationship. The guy that Emma liked was already in a relationship with another girl. Manny literally told this bitch a whole strategy of how to take this nigga or sleep with him while he in a relationship. And Emma was like, that was wrong. Emma's allowed to have her self-esteem and her morals. Her morals are not to crawl in the bed with a nigga who got a girlfriend, sleep, or do anything sexual with somebody who's in a relationship. She's okay to have that mindset. I have the same mindset. Period. Manny was so desperate that she was okay with Craig using her body as long as it means she can be with him. Girl, you are a slut. Like, Emma was not wrong when she called Manny a slut, because Manny was being a slut. She was being a major slut. And Emma was not wrong when she said that. The fuck? Like, I don't understand. So it's okay for Manny to dog her and bring her character down, but when Emma do it or she hit below the belt, listen here. Nothing I say once we arguing or whatever the fuck is off limits. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I feel. Period. As far as I'm concerned, Emma held that shit back. But when she hearing Manny talk about strategy and hearing how she been sleeping with Craig since Craig and Ashley been together, Emma had every right to call that bitch a slut because that's exactly what the fuck Manny was being. I don't give a fuck how y'all feel. Y'all hold Manny up to a standard like she can't do no wrong. Y'all literally be on this girl dick. Like, y'all literally ride the fuck out of her. Like, Manny didn't really have any character development. Like, she didn't. All her storylines really wrapped around a nigga up until season 7 or 8. Season 7 or 8 is when you really find out, oh, she wants to do acting, she wants to do movies, she wants to do music. Man, up until that, she literally had every storyline was really wrapped around a nigga. Relationship. Like, she didn't really have a lot of like storylines for real, for real. The only storyline I can really think of that she really had that I really, really liked was the shit with Craig and the pregnancy storyline. Like, name a storyline they did with Manny and Manny by herself. It didn't involve a guy. And y'all can't say the shit with Peter, because no, they put a nigga in that storyline. That could have just been a Manny individual storyline. Like, that could have been her own storyline. You didn't have to involve a guy, but yet they did, because that's always been her character. Her character has always been in drama with guys. It's never really been her own individual ride. So, for those who like to say that Manny had more character development than Emma, I disagree with that, because she really didn't. Emma always had character development, and we always got good storylines with her that wasn't just about relationships. Manny literally had all her storylines were wrapped around niggas. Like, she didn't really have a lot of storylines that were like just about her. So cut it the fuck out. Seriously, y'all hold these characters up to a standard. Like, okay, some of you fans hate Drew, and I'm a little confused on why y'all hate Drew. Drew hasn't really done anything bad in Degrassi to be hated. Not really. So I'm really confused on why y'all hate Drew. Some of you guys hate Eli. You guys think Eli is toxic. I thought Eli was toxic in season 10 and in season 11. Any other season after that, I didn't think Eli was toxic. Like, some of y'all say, which is just crazy to me, some of y'all say he was wrong for calling Clara a whore. I mean, was she not? I'm not understanding. You know what I feel like? I feel like, and I bet nobody ever said this before, but I got an unpopular opinion. A hot take. I feel like Claire doing what she did with Drew was payback for Eli kissing that girl in college. That's how I truly feel. I feel like she wanted to do a tit for tat because she was upset that Eli cheated. Yes, he cheated, but girl, he literally flew to Canada. He flew from New York to your hometown to tell you what he did behind your back. And yet, she completely blew him off. Like, she didn't even allow him to explain himself, which is like, okay, once you say you cheated on me, it ain't really shit to explain. But at this, for them to make it seem like, oh, it's because he missed her, that's why he did it. Like, no, he wasn't trying to blame Claire. He was just telling her, like, you know, me and her was working late and it kind of just happened. It didn't go any further than that. We just kissed. But Claire, you literally broke up with my nigga over voicemail. This boy that you've been with on and off of since your sophomore year, you broke up with him over voicemail. What makes you think he doesn't have the right to be angry? And not only that, she broke up with him so she could sleep with Drew. I really feel like she did all of that on revenge because she was pissed that Eli, you know, kissed that girl in college. And then, I mean, if she didn't want to be with Eli anymore, she didn't have to take him back. Like, in the episode where Bianca and Drew broke up, she didn't have to take Eli back. Nobody forced her to go back out with him. And she didn't want to be with him after the kiss. She didn't have to. But, you know, he told her that every email that she's ever sent him, he's printed it and made a little scrapbook out of it. Like, for her to think he isn't always thinking about her, that was him to show that she's always on his mind. Like, I don't give a fuck what y'all say about Eli. Eli was all in when it came to Claire. It was all about her. He loved the fuck out of Claire. And sometimes I feel like that feeling was never restored. I feel like Claire was always indecisive. I feel like she didn't know if she wanted to be with Eli or not. And I feel like that's mainly why they had so much problems in their relationship. I get her not want to be with him in season 10 and 11, but season 12, 13, and 14, everything like that, she didn't really have a reason not to be with Eli. Eli was like, he was in a better place with his mental health. He was going to school. He was getting good grades. He was going to get his own apartment. He had a job. Like, this nigga is decent more now than ever. But yet, y'all call Eli toxic because he called her a whore. When it's true, I don't understand it. I get it. Oh, if that's the love of his life, how can he just hit below the belt like that? People don't understand when you're angry, you really don't hold back. And I feel like Eli was angry because it's one thing to come back to town and to tell me you had sex with a guy, but it's another thing to tell me you're carrying this nigga baby in your stomach. Like, what pisses me off is that everybody act like Eli didn't have a reason to be angry. But yet, Claire had a reason to be angry when he wasn't picking up her calls or he wasn't showing up or visiting her more. She has a right to be angry, right? Because they doing long distance. That's a double standard. Where is the equalness at? Because Eli also had a right to be angry. Not just Claire. Claire wasn't just in a relationship by herself. It wasn't just her with the long distance. Eli had to deal with the long distance too. The fuck? So I'm really like confused on why she had a right to be angry with Eli and had a right to break up with him. But yet Eli didn't have a right to call her what he felt like she needed to be called in that moment. Like I just said, it's one thing for Eli to come back to town and for Claire to tell him that she slept with Drew. But it's another thing to tell me you got this nigga baby in your motherfucking stomach. That's a whole nother bomb to drop. And yet, y'all telling me Eli didn't have a reason to be angry. Man, y'all can kiss my ass with that. For real. Because that's some bullshit. Drew told Claire some sweet words, and that's why she broke up with Eli. He talking about, if I was Eli, I wouldn't miss a moment with you, Claire, because you're so beautiful, and blah, 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 blah. She broke up with Eli because she liked the attention that Drew was giving her. Like, everything between Drew and Claire was just fucking a sexual tension. And yet, they had sex and it literally went nowhere because Drew didn't want to be her rebound. So it's like, she did all of that just to not even get the nigga she really wanted in the end. How pathetic. Y'all know what that's called? Karma. It's called karma. Because Eli might not be the perfect guy, but I feel like he changed, and I feel like he became a better person. I feel like Eli has some of the best character development I've seen in the show. Who Eli was in season 10 and 11 was not who he was. Was not who he was when the show ended. Like, straight up. And I just feel like some of y'all really put these characters on a double standard. Like, to say Claire had a right to be angry, but Eli didn't. It's just fucking crazy. Like, it's just crazy. Like, y'all really hold these characters up to a double standard. And it's really fucking annoying. Like, it's just really irritating. It's really annoying. Like, it's so many characters in this show who done a lot of fuck shit. Like, Zoe literally had Degrassi news. She was pimping out the cheerleaders. And yet, she didn't suffer any repercussions for that. No repercussions. Tristan was a piece of shit. Like, he was trying to force Zoe to come out the closet in Degrassi next class. Like, literally trying to force her, not understanding why she was telling him why it's hard for her to do that. Like, it's so many more trash characters in Degrassi, yet y'all shit on the ones who actually make mistakes and learn from them. That makes no sense. I just don't get you fans. Like, y'all, I just don't get it. Like, for the ones who say, yes, I don't like Claire. I think Claire is a drama queen. I think she's annoying. I think she's fucking insufferable. And I think it's mainly because I saw her way too much. I saw Claire way too fucking much. I saw Claire entirely too much. But if I had to pick between her and Allie, who had more storylines, I'm going to pick Claire. They gave Claire every fucking storyline you can think of. They literally gave her every storyline. Any storyline y'all could think of, Claire had. Like, literally. Literally. And Claire was a shitty friend. Actually, you know, for the ones who say she was a shitty friend towards Allie, her and Allie were shitty friends towards each other. They always put each other down, talk shit about each other, sneak this on whoever they were dating at the time, sneak this on this nigga, sneak this on that nigga. Like, they literally were shitty. Like, if Claire told Allie something, why the fuck did Allie think it was okay to run to Jenna and run her fucking mouth? Claire and Jenna aren't friends. So why the fuck in season 12 is Allie telling Jenna the breakup between Claire and Eli? Claire and Jenna ain't friends. The fuck? Jenna shouldn't know Claire's business. Like, Allie just talked too fucking much. Like in season 14, why the fuck would Allie tell Dallas that the baby wasn't Drew's? Why the fuck is you running your mouth to Dallas? Dallas and Claire aren't friends. Period. Claire should have told Drew straight up the day she found out that she wasn't carrying his baby. She should have told that nigga. Like, what the fuck? Like, that whole storyline was just stupid. Like, at this point, them niggas in that generation, them niggas just flapped their guns. They did not know how to shut the fuck up. You tell one person one thing by the next day in school, everybody named mama know what's going on. That shit's crazy. Like, you fans are really, really hypocritical. If y'all gonna shit on one character for one thing, shit on the other character for the same thing. Be fucking consistent. Cause y'all are not fucking consistent. You can't sit up here and say this character is trash for doing that, and then the character turn around and do the same fucking thing as that character, yet y'all let it slide because y'all like that character. That's stupid. That don't even make sense. That's so dumb. That makes no sense. None whatsoever. I don't even know what else to say in this video anymore. Because I feel like I said everything I need to say. I don't really think this need to be a long video. I just think you fans hold a double standard and y'all don't know how to be consistent. So, that's all I gotta say. Catch y'all on my next video.